Well, welcome everybody to episode 104, including Tup, the urban prepper, who just slid in
The
at the very
countdown was already going down, and I
the
made it.
countdown was happening,
Yeah,
and all of a sudden I hear the bloop, and I was like, "Oh, he's here!"
yeah,
So welcome everybody to Prep Talk Live, episode 104. I'm Casey with Cascadia Dispatch, joining me back from an unexpected absence, which is part of why I started. Normally, I wait
yeah.
for Tup because we can have technical difficulties and everything. Tup had some situations last week that came up at the last minute that were unexpected. And so when we were emailing about tonight, if you still have to worry about stuff, worry about stuff. Don't worry about the stream. So I thought there was a likely possibility that was happening. And as the countdown was going, literally Mission Impossible style, here
Yeah,
comes Tup's little avatar into the mix.
yeah, I would have made it a little sooner, but my boss doesn't care about my YouTube career, so like,
He still
uh,
doesn't. You
yeah. So I was rushing, and I was trying to get to the right spot, but well, we made it. But yeah, sorry for last week. Yeah, a little medical emergency, but things are okay over there. So, but I rushed home, and and I didn't even think about this. I was just rushing home, so for that. But yeah, everything's on the up and up now.
we're glad that everything's on the up and up. And
Yeah.
as we've said many, many times, we enjoy this little stream of ours. We enjoy our little podcast, everything else. It is not in the top 5 priorities for either of us on a daily basis. We do it when we can. We do it for fun and everything else. Holy
Oh my
cow.
gosh.
Oh my.
Let me just make sure
Oh,
I'm buttoned up.
okay. All right. God, I'm so
Okay,
glad that
here we
we
go.
that
Oh my
we
gosh.
yeah, I wore my best prepper adjacent sweatshirt tonight.
Yeah.
It's all okay. All right. Well, hello, Sutton Stays, and welcome, Queen of all canning. The Queen of Candelaria is here
Yeah.
with us as we have missed your smiling little avatar face. Which, by the way, she's been putting out so much content on
There's a
Facebook in the last.
lot of stuff coming out.
Somebody found some sort of, like, I don't know what it was. It a program? Is it a service? What, like, I'm getting more shorts, clips, and things from her than like anywhere else ever. I'm very jealous of her ability to just put out content right now.
Yeah, it's awesome. We
Well, we're so glad to see you, and we're glad to see you, Tup, back with us. How
Yep.
are things going? Are you ran back home? Are you? It appears you have a different background.
Yeah, I
Are
just
you
found a
sitting
spot.
amongst the current disputed shelf lands of the garage? Is that where we're at,
This
or
this is an undisclosed
undisclosed
location.
location?
It's a storage room. I just needed to find a quiet space and then I got to rush back to some work stuff. So, uh,
Well, luckily
yeah.
tonight is going to be a short one because I've got another. We used to do this like routinely and for
Well,
long,
yeah, during
like an
like
hour
during
and a
COVID.
half. And
Yeah,
oh my goodness, we could
during
talk
like
about
the
stuff.
COVID and like the work from home and everything, stuff's a lot easier. But now we're like running all over the place and finding makeshift studios.
Yeah, exactly. And now we're like, hey, we're here for 10 minutes, everyone. Welcome
Yeah,
to the party. Thanks for
yeah.
Sutton's Days is midair. I didn't know Sutton's
Whoa,
Days flew. I didn't think
man,
she
her
traveled.
arms are
I
tired.
Well, yeah. I thought you were very specific.
I
Like
didn't think
you
that
were
she
in
traveled at
your
all. Like, why?
yeah, you
When
have
is
your
she?
compound and you
Yeah,
just are there.
how come she's not coming to the northwest sector of the preparedness community to have a board meeting with us?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
If she's going
What
to
do you
travel, that's what we need.
Yeah, what's in Tampa? That just
Yeah,
seems like that they've already prepared and been past that. Come join us out here. Um yeah, the whole flexibility that we had. Oh, you and my wife both are wondering. It's happening. It's Don't think just because our like streaming schedule has gone to garbage and our timing is all off and everything. Don't think I haven't forgotten about the canning. It is in the garage and I have to step over it every time we go out of the garage. It is a constant reminder of shame and my disappointment to the prepping community. So it will happen. It may be a summer project, but it will happen. In fact, that is a for sure thing. Um, So, Tup, what's going on in your world other than the medical emergencies and things?
Yeah, well,
Been a
after
couple
we got
weeks.
that all, yeah, been a little bit after we took. I finally finished a video, new video, and that's going to go live on Friday. I'm just like rewatching it to make sure I didn't screw anything up, but it's a good one. It took hours to assemble. Like that's it. Yeah, it took like I don't 30 hours I think total to do these video editing and all the stuff needed for that. But I'm pretty happy with it. It's good. It's going to be good. I have some follow ups coming up after it, so largely been just doing staying home for the most part and doing video editing like the good old days. So that should be fun.
Well, that is fantastic. Now, will this be the actual Tup or is this doppelganger Tup? Because
Jeez, I can't.
those of
Yeah,
us who have followed, for those of you who are not aware at home, and there's a lot of we're finding out Sutton's Days is going to the four jars people because she's like Costco. Sutton Days has four jars, and she talks about when are we getting invited to the Costco headquarters? I feel like that's our question.
we've been waiting for that for sure.
Um,
Yeah. This doppelganger. This yeah.
yeah, Tup has a
My brother
doppelganger.
my brother sent me this this photo of this this dude that looks just like me, and I was like,
Yeah,
oh my gosh, I don't know who that was. I'm not sure what the person's name is actually, but he has a really attractive dude. I mean, really good look, good hat, good glasses. But yeah, that was pretty funny.
yeah,
Uh,
that
but yeah,
was
no, but
fantastic.
yeah, but no, the my video it's my version 5 of the urban EDC backpack. So the last one was probably 4 or 5 years ago. So this one's the latest one that I'm using, and I try to go all out with the video and try to do more live on location type stuff,
Now,
which
is
was
this the
fun.
fancy? Is this the fancy bag? Is this the
It's the
executive
executive
bag?
bag. Yeah.
Hmm. Excellent,
So
excellent.
it's all tricked out and highly organized and highly color coordinated and has a PDF document and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm happy. I mean, it works for me whether people like it or not. That's another thing. But yeah,
I'm so glad that you are doing this now because we had talked about that I was going to do like an executive bag like a while ago. Like my wife got me like a bag and told me I
yeah.
needed to use it and everything else. And I have some stuff in it, but I don't have nearly what you're going to put together. And so what I'm glad is that I didn't get excited and put my video actually out and then have you come in and put together the top version of it to
Do
just
you have
shame me
the
further.
video already? Is it already created?
No, 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 no,
Okay.
no, no, no. I have some of the pouches. Like I got some pouches and I got some stuff and I kind of put it together a little bit. But I didn't actually go through the process of actually filming it yet or anything.
Yeah.
And so I'm glad you saved me time. I
Yeah,
appreciate it.
yeah, it has mostly EDC stuff and mostly stuff for
Hmm.
urban environment and some survival stuff. Like I keep having my survivals. I've been weighing every little thing, so every module's been weighed, and but it's because I wanted to get it. I wanted to get it under 16 pounds, and so I have it at barely under 16 pounds, which is good. But the survival stuff is probably 2 pounds of it. So, but it's I think stuff that all preppers would probably agree with and think are good thick. So
Now, why did you
again,
settle on 16 pounds? That seems very specific.
the last one, well, I oftentimes with these kits, I don't know if other people do the same. Like when I make a kit or a
Hmm.
backpack one, I put it in a laundry hamper and I like, hey, how's this feel? And then I would just like
Hmm.
feel what feels like, oh, would I be cool with picking this up on a day-to-day basis? If it's 30 pounds, that's too much. 20 pounds, it's kind of heavy. And then, but for
Yeah.
me, I settled on what my daughter could pick up, and so she helped
Hmm.
settle on the 16 pounds. It's like that was her weight limit. So if I ever had to say, "Hey, can you bring me my EDC backpack?" She could bring it over.
She
And
would
that and
need a like a dolly, like a little hand
yes,
truck or something to bring
yeah.
it to dad.
And with those executive ones, it's not as built as hardcore as like maybe a Van Quest one, which could probably hold.
Yeah.
I could put 100 pounds in there or something with no problem. But I being conscious of the shoulder straps too. But every little thing's meticulously measured. I'm pretty happy with it, and it felt good to kind of be. I want to do more for the videos, more like live, like non-studio type recordings and stuff. So out and
Mhm.
about in the urban environment, and so it has that street noise. It has like you know the city noise in there. So, but I think that's part of the brand. So
It's
that's
very
definitely good.
authentic.
Yeah, it's authentic, and you never know who's going to come up and hey, what are you doing? What is that?
I mean, you can maybe edit some of that out.
Yeah,
I mean, just a
that all
little
gets
bit.
edited out, yeah,
Yeah.
because people like video bombing and go, "Hey," and looking
Well,
thinking
because you're quite well known. I
they're gonna
mean,
make the
you're
final cut.
the
Yeah.
millions of followers, and I mean, people know you everywhere. I mean,
I
that
said
is
I forget if I told you
people
my
are redefining their faces to make videos like
yeah,
you
that's what's going
on
on, like, yeah,
YouTube now.
my brother's like, "This guy's trying to get free Top Gear from
Yeah,
people."
exactly.
Yeah,
Doesn't he run like? Isn't that like a deal site or something? He's like
I
at
don't
a
know.
deal channel or something.
I think so, yeah,
It's
yeah.
like he took our Costco plans and your face and put them together
I
and
like his thumbnail, though, he did a good
they
job
were.
on the thumbnails,
Mhm.
so I need to up my thumbnail game based off of my doppelganger, but, yeah, I've had a few videos that I filmed where I thought, man, they were really good takes, I wasn't saying, and all the time, and then I rewatch it, and I'm editing it, and there's a dude going to the bathroom behind, like, in the back, like, way in the distance, and, like, we are in Seattle here, and there's, like,
Were you at the Poke Bowl place again?
that's a whole different yeah.
Yeah.
There's people every day. There's someone going to the bathroom, but that was the Poke Bowl was like front and center. Like the, there's always in the distance someone's doing something, and so I've had many times when I try to film. Oh, I'm going to film this cool city shot, and then there's someone in the background doing something that's probably not YouTube appropriate, and so
You're like, and I'm demonetized.
yes,
This
yep.
is
There goes the channel.
community violation,
Yeah,
and thank you very much. Um, that's well. I'm very excited to
yeah,
see the executive. Are you
yeah.
gonna do like a premiere, or is there like a?
I think I'll do a premiere, yeah, because
Okay.
I gotta rewatch it to make sure the audio levels are all good, because and I didn't like miss something. I don't think I did, but I'm trying to get the audio level so it's the right, and then I think I'll premiere it like at noon on Friday. I think is the plan.
Oh, very cool. All right. Well,
Yeah, it should be
everyone get
fun.
their popcorn.
Yeah, get the
Everybody
popcorn.
get ready. I have nothing
Uh,
to premiere on Friday because
yeah.
I don't make videos anymore. I just do this and then
Well,
come up
we
with
have all these
ideas for
great
t-shirts.
ideas. I
Yeah.
was just thinking of the Poke Bowl. Yeah, the Poke. I still can't go to the Poke Bowl place. It's the poopy. It's the poopy bowl. It's like, but yeah, but what else have I been working on? I got this great idea for my. I'm again, my wife's trying to steal my shelves in the garage. It's an
Right.
ongoing battle,
Right.
she's trying to claim some of my prepping shelves, and I got to pick my battles here and there. So anyway, I think I got a good solution for it. That's smaller and it's portable.
Can
And
I just guess what your solution is?
what's the solution?
You're getting some like 6 foot tall cardboard cutouts of Rip, and you're just gonna set them on the path on the way to the garage as a distraction.
Now that's a good idea.
Like it would be like a few because she'd come into the first one and then she would like be distracted and then go inside and then maybe she get it to the second one and then get and so it's like a deterrent sort of a thing.
Yeah, no, it wasn't quite that, but that's a good idea. By
Okay.
the way, like she was disappointed that I didn't. I last year for Valentine's Day, I dressed up as Rip and gave her a photo, and
Oh, we
I did
remember that
and I
was
did. That was big.
famous.
That was yeah.
Yeah.
I got brownie points for that. And then she's like, I didn't do it this year, and she was like, a little disappointed that Rip didn't come back. So I gotta maybe I'll have a like a post Valentine's Day Rip cameo appearance or something.
is this like is this like the Tooth Fairy, or if Santa Claus doesn't show up on Christmas or something and it just
Yeah,
ruins the holiday now,
it
Rip
was a
has to
big letdown for her. Like she's like, hey, where's Rip?
I guess I'm more concerned. How does she feel the rest of the year? Like
Yeah,
if she's that excited about Rip on Valentine's Day,
yeah.
like how is she just coping with the other 364 days? Just
She just has to
counting it
watch.
down?
Yeah, counting down and watching the episodes and hoping for
Hmm.
live action Rip to go to take her to the train station. Yeah, but I think I'll have to do a makeup one.
Yeah, I mean, it seems only well, you've got an anniversary coming up at some point in the next 12 months, so maybe
Actually, I'm glad
you
you
know.
reminded me of that because I think it's next month. Yeah, it's next month. I gotta thank you. Thank you saved the day.
Yeah, you know what? I do what I can. Whether we're
Yeah.
coming up with it's random ideas, t-shirt plans, or
M-
life
Maybe for
events.
the anniversary is when Rip comes and does something.
Okay, can I make another suggestion
Yeah.
with all the AI and everything that we have going on? You know that George Costanza portrait
Hmm.
that on Seinfeld
Yeah.
with the couch?
Yep.
I'm thinking Rip on the couch. I'm just saying. you
That might
know,
be something good.
then she can have Rip anytime she wants him.
Yeah. Uh, I think there's still time to do that too. So,
I mean,
all right, I'll keep you
there
posted.
is
I'll keep you posted with what I
definitely
come up with. But yeah, I'm glad that you mentioned it because I might have waited till the last minute.
You know what? We just are solving all kinds of problems here
Yeah.
on Prep Talk Live. That's what we do, really. It's prepping and so much more is what we do.
Yeah, I'm working on I have a budget bug out bag project that I did, and now that one's up for editing and everything like that. So that should be a
Hmm.
fun one too. That's more of like a my last bug out bag is it's kind of expensive, so I'd really hate to lose it or have it get stolen or something. But this one is like, hey, for the here's the at a lowest price point, but still high
Functional.
good ratings. Like when you look online, that all
Hmm.
the products are highly rated is what I look for. So yeah, so I'm working on that one.
Okay, so when you're looking at gear,
Yeah,
this is one of the things that I find sometimes. Like, there's so much gear out there that when and a lot of people come and will ask for recommendation of like, what
yeah,
should we get, what should I get, or whatever. um and a lot of times, like, I mean, I have the stuff that I have picked and liked, but it's not necessarily, I haven't tried everything in every price range, I haven't tried every brand, I haven't tried it. So when someone asks me and I don't know, I'll usually give them, okay, whatever's the most highly rated or what I've heard from someone, or maybe there's some videos that I've seen that seem to be quality or whatever. Is that a similar thing for you, or do you, just because you're tough and you have all of the gear and all of the
no,
things, you're just like, well, here's the other 3 flashlights that I tried that are in that price range, and here's Tim at Flashlight
yeah.
Orama, and he'll hook you up.
I'll usually do it based off of a price range, and then I'm looking for like if number of reviews. So if it's like over 500, or if I could get it in 4 digits, like over 1,000, it's preferred. And then I'm looking
Mhm.
for 4.5 stars or above is for anything now. So
Yeah.
uh, but usually if you go with that like strategy, that you'll get something good, I think, for the most part.
Hmm. Yeah, I feel like sometimes I don't know, I have this, like, in general, like, it's a life thing, but it translates into prepping too. It's the whole kind of like, not imposter syndrome, but like, if I am like giving my recommendation of something, like, I want to
Yeah,
like feel like I 100% can like back that idea.
or
But
vouch for it. Yeah,
yeah, exactly. And but like, a lot of times you don't know because you've never, you can't use every product, you can't use every service and everything.
yeah,
And so I've found that I try to kind of like at least do my best research,
yeah.
but it feels weird sometimes to someone be like, hey, what's your recommendation? And I'm like, well, I haven't ever tried this, but this is what I would go with, or this is what I would try first, or something like that. Do you
Yeah,
ever feel that way
yeah,
too?
yeah. I think it'd be hard to like you can't test everything and have everything where you could have firsthand knowledge of whether it's a
Yeah.
quality product or not. But I think if you've seen others with it, or you've done, I think a lot of preppers are heavy. We research things a lot before we make purchases, and you could usually the approach that you do for that is usually pretty good. And I think like some of the instincts that we have for like if I was to ask some random person on what flashlight to get, they're probably going to look for something completely different than like some of even though I might not know like the latest and greatest flashlight. I know what my criteria is. So I think if you could
Yeah.
probably apply your criteria to whatever, to tents or to backpacks or to flashlights or pocket or knives or multi-tools or silcock keys or whatever. These are the things that I look for, and then you could probably figure out the right.
There's
Oh, by the way, I was filming the silcock key scene for the video because, of course, there's a silcock key in it, and like the building was
That
they
seems like that's an R-rated scene.
yeah.
Always. It's just, was the lighting? Did you do like
It's
some
that's my
fuzzy?
OnlyFans page is
Yeah.
uh, no, but I was filming outside of this building, and I think the front desk person was worried that I was going to be accessing the water there, but it was just like B-roll footage, and
Yeah.
so I said, oh no, it's just for a YouTube video. Sorry about that. So, but people don't like when you roll around like they're outside of their buildings with a silcock key, so
Yeah, that's
it's a little suspicious.
yeah, it's a thing that kind of like people wonder, like, why do you have that? And what are
Yeah,
you planning on doing with it?
yeah,
because most people don't have it unless they know
Yeah,
specifically what
like
it's for.
like the fire hydrant key. Like I can't walk
Yep.
around the city with that. Like people start, hey, why do you have that? It's like, and I've been in the city for Silcock. Like the water access points are different. Like a lot of the newer buildings, they have this flat uh, panel in front of it, and then it's like a little different. They just don't have like a spout that's just sitting there. They have like the Silcock key needs to be able to open that panel and then also the valve too. So it's kind
Oh,
of
that's
it has
right. Yeah.
protection in there. So I've been noticing that with a lot of the newer maybe I
They've
should do a
seen your
video on that.
videos.
Yeah, they've
They
seen the videos and they're adding
yeah.
protection. And
Yeah,
I
they're
don't
like
to be honest,
with
I don't know. It looks like it's still a square,
yeah, but it looks
driver
like
on it,
the nut is
but
larger
it's
than what the
larger.
normal are. Yeah.
It's larger, so it makes me wonder, oh my god, maybe our Silcock keys aren't gonna work because they
There's a
blocked us from
second
it.
key.
Yeah, you need a second key.
Yeah, now you're gonna have just how many Silcock keys can you carry?
I'm
And
working
how big
my
is your Silcock key? Is
does a
it
Silcock key really need to be metal? Like they're so
I
freaking
don't know.
heavy. Like why can't so I was talking to my
What would
wife's
you do? Make it out of wood?
well, I was thinking, can you 3D print just like
The
like the
adapter?
yeah, like the sockets for it basically, like have 3D printed sockets with a and then use like a multi-tool or some kind of a driver for
Yeah.
it.
I wonder if that's something you could yeah, this 3D printer thing, like I keep getting real close to hitting like pushing the button on it and then like life
Me
happens
too.
and I don't.
Yeah,
Um
I know that I'll be obsessive about it and then you won't
yeah,
see me for a while.
but I feel like there's so many I feel like there's so many things that you could do with it. And then but the other part for me too is and I don't know, this is again one of my little weird hang up things. I feel like if I'm buying something and it's coming from like a store or a manufacturer or a brand or something that I know, I'm like, okay, there is inherent quality in that because they have done the broad to market, all that sort of stuff. 3D printing it for myself feels kind of like DIY. Like I
Yeah,
don't know that I have a lot of faith in the construction or durability of it, even if it was the same material, just
yeah.
because like I did it as opposed to
What's the quality
thing.
standards?
And so yeah, I wonder if that's a thing that we should explore is like, okay, do you like 3D printing basically opens you up to be able to do everything, but how do you get comfortable with the idea that that will actually work?
Maybe someday our bug out bags will just be 3D printers, and then we just press buttons on. Okay, I need need a fire starter. I need a
Yeah,
knife, and I need some paracord.
it's just that little bamboo mini that's on TikTok sale
Yeah,
all the time, and
yeah,
it's just like have that. Um,
yeah.
but
That
yeah,
might be what it turns into. Yeah.
yeah, the 3D printer and the Harvest Right freeze dryer that now is at Costco. Did you know
Oh
that Costco has Harvest Right freeze dryers now?
no, I didn't know that.
They do. They're still expensive, but they have them, which means that I think you get some extra accessories. It's not
Yeah,
like a
there's some
gigantic deal,
cool
but
like prepper type. When you don't go in the food area and you go through some
yeah.
of those, there's some cool things there for preppers for sure.
Mhm. Oh yeah, yeah. I feel like I might now that I've got my Osmo, I may need to do a prepping
Yeah,
at Costco
yeah.
tour or something. All right. Well, everybody, we've enjoyed our time together. I unfortunately have what they refer to as a hard stop at 6 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
I have to go, and we
Are you
have the
dressing up
first.
as Rip? Is that what's going on?
Yes, we have my son's first high school conference like trip is happening this weekend, and this is the required parent meeting
Ooh, you
to
got to get
make
to
sure
that.
that we're aware that they're doing, that there are rules and things like
Yeah.
that apparently. So I have to go jump on that and make sure that, everybody is all good and all of that sort of thing.
All right.
And then, you're going to do worky things.
Yeah,
So
I got to go back to work. Yeah.
yeah,
They're
exactly.
gonna be like,
So
where were you?
and next week we are not streaming. We already know that
Yeah, I can't. Well, I
per
definitely. Yeah,
your
that's.
email.
Yeah, I got it. That's a crazy
Um,
week.
yeah, so I might jump on. I don't. I feel like when I jump on, I don't really have a lot of thoughts.
Well,
It's better when we.
Maybe Sutton's Days could be a guest on it.
That would be fun. We haven't had Sutton's Days on
If she
in a
wears
while.
the hat, like I think would be cool.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Just say that she's the urban prepper.
Yeah.
See if anyone
That's what
notices.
everybody's doing these days.
Because we already have doppelgangers, as we saw.
Yeah,
So
exactly. All right. Well, I will. Yeah, I'll see if Sutton's Days is around, and
actually,
if not, then
call
I'll
this
do it.
guy, see if he can make it. Like,
Yeah, I'll be like, that would be fantastic. That
yeah.
would be great. But yeah, we'll figure that out. In the meantime, keep an eye out. We'll either be here next week or we'll be back in 2 weeks. Thanks everybody for joining. And we'll see you soonish. Thanks. Bye, everybody.